Earth's Mightiest Nerds, welcoming you to another video. And today we're going to be taking a look at Jameson 19's trailer for his new upcoming series, The Bunker Warlock. Now, just some quick exposition, this series continues where Jameson's reaction videos to my KERMIT the Frog's Guide to Surviving Coronageddon videos left off. So there will be some references to that, along with some spoilers for those videos. So if you want to see those first, links will be in the description below. Also, another thing you should know is that this series is in coordination with my KERMIT the Frog series, so there will be more connections and crossovers going onward. Now, this trailer is so massive, I felt it would be better to do a trailer analysis than just a reaction. So let's not waste a second, let's get started. So this trailer starts immediately by hitting you with some 80s vibe, with the trailer music being Weird Science from the movie of the same title. I would try to pronounce the name of the artist, but I would fail horribly, so let's move on. For the first three shots, these are taken from his reaction episodes, the first being from the end of the fourth episode with the duo camera shots for when there were two Jamesons, which didn't really make sense, but I assume, or rather I hope, it'll be explained in the pilot, which is episode 1. And anyways, the next shot we get is from the final reaction, where we see someone holding a replica of KERMIT's manual from my series. Now, what he intends to do with it I'm not sure, although it is likely he could be trying to rebuild KERMIT's washing machine for his own purposes. It's reasonable, therefore, to assume that he will most likely be the antagonist of the show. All we get from him right now is a jean jacket with a white underskirt and a gold chain. What does this tell us? Pretty much nothing. Now, our next shot is from the very end of the fifth video, where Jameson falls into the location we see in pretty much all of the trailer. Now, looking at these shots from later in the trailer, look at these shots from The Revenge of LARD VADER. Pretty similar, wouldn't you say?
Coincidence? I think not!
Alright, there's one more shot from his reactions before we can get into the new stuff. This shot is him falling into one of his cabin fever delusions. Now, it's possible that he chose to show this because cabin fever will come into play again during this season, or he's just recapping previous events that are connected to this series. Either way, the glitchy camera is a good transition for our next shot.
Okay, get yourself ready for some reading.
So the first text shot we get reads, "From the people who gave you LARD VADER." Now, technically this should say "From the people who gave you the Revenge of LARD VADER" because we didn't create the character. Okay, hold up really quick while we're on the topic of the LARD VADER saga. I've been in touch with Jameson 19 over this topic for the last few days, and this is the conclusion we've reached. The menace of LARD VADER has not been scrapped completely, however it will be delayed until the pandemic is over. And trust me, when we get to leave our houses again, you bet Jameson Charizard 27i are going to be all over that thing. Now with product placement out of the way, on with the trailer. The next text shot is a little hard to read, but if you really look at it, it says, "Inspired by KERMIT the Frog's," without an apostrophe, "Epic Guide to Surviving Life." Okay, I swear I'm done with product placement. So next, we get our first look at some magic.
Oh, it's magic!
So yes, considering the title is The Bunker Warlock, it's reasonable to assume Jameson's getting his magic on. For this first exposure to magic, we can see that Jameson is utilizing a Harry Potter-style wand and a spellbook. Now, this may appear to be a normal spellbook, but if you look closely, you'll notice it shares a striking resemblance to the manual replica. Is it the same? Who can be sure? Now, if you thought that was going to be the only theory-worthy section of this shot, well, let me say with absolute certainty,
It's funny how dumb you are.
the strangest thing is yet to come. So in this scene, Jameson flicks his wand, there's a large blue explosion, and we get a quick peek at this thing. We can only see it for a few seconds, and we can't see all of it because of the blue flame magic things. It appears to be some kind of large muscular creature with no clothes and large pointed ears. But an important thing to note is that it looks like it has no nose. It's also important to note that Jameson's third episode is inspired by the book/movie Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, during which, in the famous graveyard climax, Lord Voldemort, the Dark Lord with no nose, is resurrected. Could this creature have some sort of connection to Voldemort? Only time will tell. Our next shot is of Jameson doing some more magic. He's blasting a beam of blue energy off-screen and onto an unknown object. Could this be the Voldemort creature who he's attacking? Or perhaps the mysterious gold chain author. Anyways, Jameson's beam explodes and it transitions into the next shot. This one's hard to see because most of the screen is taken up by a blue explosion. But if you look closely, there appears to be some kind of seance with two candles surrounding the explosion. Also, upon further inspection, you'll notice that the seance is being held on top of a Monopoly box. Could this be some kind of connection to the Clue episode? Probably not. But something more important to notice is that once again, the fake manual and or the spell book is in the background. What does it mean? Well, it's important to know that generally in media, a seance is used to summon some sort of otherworldly being. And the Voldemort creature isn't the only thing that Jameson summons in this trailer. Is there a connection? Well, it's unlikely. It's completely possible. The blue explosion transitions us to our next shot, the camera panning down what appears to be a hallway. At the end, there are 3 yellow and black doors. It's reasonable to assume this is inside Jameson's bunker. The camera pans over to the door on the right, which opens and reveals some kind of skull with glowing eyes. Is this a possible connection to the Raiders of the Lost Ark episode? I can't say for sure because I haven't seen the movie, but considering the second episode appears to be revolving around Jameson exploring his bunker, it looks like it matches up. This next shot doesn't really have any good theory material. All it is a text shot that reads, "Hold on to your hats for." Now, I could go the extra mile and try to find some connection with the text format, but I'm not that overkill, so let's move on. Next, we see Jameson pointing his wand at a closed door and causing an explosion. The shot instantly changes to Jameson standing in a dark room being attacked by flying Lego bricks and a volleyball. But what does it mean?
I don't know.
But the next shot, however, gives us our first full look at the gold chain offer. He's holding a knife and is wearing a Jason mask. Now, the fact that he shares a striking resemblance to Jameson could be just a coincidence, unless he's wearing a mask because he's horribly scarred beneath after some accident. Unless he's copied Kermit's manual to understand something that almost destroyed him. Unless he's coming after the exact copy of himself because that copy previously left him for dead. If you can't see where I'm going with this, dear viewers, let me cut to the chase. Could it be possible that this gold chain Jason mask wearing manual copier is actually the second Jameson we saw in the final reaction? But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory! Wait, hold on. This isn't film theory. I don't want to get sued by MatPat, so let's move on. Let me ask you something. Were you getting tired of all those text shots? Were you getting bored because of the lack of theory material they offered? And were you relieved because you thought there weren't going to be any more till the end? Well, you were wrong! So, yeah, we have here yet another of these text shots, and believe me, you should prepare yourself, because there are a lot. And unfortunately, from what I can tell, they don't reveal much. For example, all this one says is a adventurous and mysterious tale. Well, obviously there is something strange going on here, because otherwise it would be spelled an adventurous and mysterious tale. Anyways, the next shot definitely fills out that mysterious category, because this shot takes us back to the dark room of flying Legos, where Jameson fires a lightning ball, which is followed by an explosion, I think. Again, it is the dark room of flying Legos, so I can't quite see what's going on, but that's just what I interpreted it as. After the lightning explosion, we see Jameson sitting on a couch firing yet another beam off the screen. This bit is quick, so you might miss it, but if you slow down the video, you'll notice that a hand is reaching towards Jameson as he casts his spell. This hand appears to be a dark gray one with claw-like fingers. Very similar, in fact, to the hands of the Voldemort creature. Is that what it is? Or is it possible that there's more than one? This next shot is one of the most mysterious ones of the trailer. Jameson jumps back in shock and holds up his hand to the camera. Why does he do this? Well, this could be some sort of one of those talk to the hand maneuvers, but if you look closely, he appears to be saying something. Although with the music, we can't hear what. I've watched this scene many times and I still can't figure out what he's saying.
It's sad. I'm sad.
So remember how I said that Jameson would be summoning more things in this trailer? Well, the next scene is proof of that. But before we get to that, there's something you need to take notice of. That is the Stormtrooper Pig and Wookiee from the LARD VADER saga in the background. This is important because it shows that this show exists in a different universe. But now onto the good stuff. The flick from Jameson's wand this time results in a puff of smoke and... nothing? Not quite, because if you look closely, you'll notice that towards the top of the screen, there are some sort of butterfly creatures. I'll be honest, I'm at a loss for this one. If you have any thoughts as what they might be, leave it in the comments below. Hey, you know what's missing right now? How about text shots? The next 2 shots put together read A Tale of Good versus Evil. And then we get some posters. This show us that 6 out of the 12 episodes are The Pilot, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Goblet of Fire, Weird Science, Clue, and Sight. Finally, the trailer ends with the title card. These last couple shots weren't very theory-worthy, but I'd say some of the results we've come to make up for it. Jameson's episode 1 is out now, so go check it out. Like the reactions, links will be in the description below. With all that said, that's a wrap for today's episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, join our notification league, and I'll see you next time.